This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hazleton Area School District Superintendent Brian Uplinger breaks down their plan to get students back into classrooms next. Hi there everyone, and thank you for watching. I'm Ken Cara. We have updated information on the latest winter storm to hit our area on our Facebook page, including travel information and closings. For the most up-to-date road information, go to 511pa.com. Last week, the Hazleton Area School District unveiled their plan for returning to classrooms this spring after survey input from parents and teachers. Here's Janine Lassant with more details.
Joining us now on SSPTV News, we have Superintendent of Schools with the Hazleton Area School District, Brian Uplinger, to update us on the conditions of education in the greater Hazleton area. Brian, nice to see you.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
What a challenge it's been through 2020 and now 2021. I know that the governor has said, let's get kids back in the classroom. Some decisions have been made by the board and yourself on when students will go back to in-person learning.
We're certainly wanting them to be back sooner rather than later. However, we need to make sure that we're doing it safely. We need to make sure that the virus itself is mitigated to an extent possible to get them back as safely as we can, as well as our staff members. So we're looking at a return for staff March 15th, and then a returning students again on a phased in level. We wouldn't bring them all back at one time. We'd phase them in little by little, just to make sure everything's going well. But again, that would be April 12th.
When you look at bringing students back, there's some opposition with that, whether it be talk of not enough vaccines, keeping students safe, keeping teachers safe. How are decisions made by the board and by yourself, looking at other districts that might be larger than the Hazleton Area School District that are already back, or looking at school districts that are smaller that have still been in person? You have so many different opinions that play a role in the process of when should these students go back to school.
We look at the data. We look at our makeup of the school district. We do have a number of students that are traveling. And they've said that to their teachers. They said, well, we're just so you know, we're traveling, but I'll be online and I'll get my assignments done. So we need to look at that and take all of that into consideration when making those decisions. They're traveling, they'll end up coming back. Do we need to quarantine them? Are they going to be, lack of a better term, truthful in telling us they were traveling or they were not traveling, and keeping everybody healthy if they were to re-enter the school system? So we look at all of that data. I put together a couple plans, different plans that we discussed with the board at length, and we looked at the best option in bringing the students back, and again making sure that the staff is safe when they return, and when the students return, making sure that everybody is safe within our schools. Schools
being closed, can you clarify what expenses that the school district still has? No busing, no buildings open. What should taxpayers know when they look at a tax increase or paying their taxes every year during this pandemic?
We still do have expenses. We have contracts that we need to fulfill. We have operating the buildings, even though they're closed, they still need to be heated. We still need to pay the water. We still need to pay the heating bill and all of those. We still do pay transportation. At this point right now, we've been able to negotiate a 50% payment to the contractors, our busing contractors. So we still have those bills. We have a number of obligations that we still need to pay relative to different renovations that have taken place over the years, and most recently with our library renovations and things of that nature. So there are certainly bills that need to continue to be paid through the course of this pandemic.
I know that students will have the option of staying home and learning over the internet or being in person when it's their turn to return to school. Is it safe to say that you will be planning in person for September when children go back to school in the fall?
We are definitely hoping that that happens. We're planning on that right now, planning to return all students in September. Again, we have to watch the virus itself and what shape it takes through the course of the summer. However, we are planning to bring everyone back at 100% come September. And hopefully we'll be able to, we're gonna still put in a few different things, I should say, throughout the course of this year to help students that maybe have fallen behind. We're gonna have some tutoring programs and things of that nature that will help them get through the remainder of this school year, but still have those in place once we come back in the fall. But again, looking at 100% returning the fall.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Frankie's Pizzeria, now introducing Thick Tavern Pizza by the Slice, which is now available in Gould Supermarket. For more information, you can call 570-454-6000.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. There's a winter storm warning in effect until 1 p.m. on Tuesday. Snow is likely on Tuesday, mainly before noon, with areas of blowing snow. It will be cloudy with a high in the 20s and wind gusts as high as 28 miles per hour. New snow accumulation of around an inch possible. Then on Tuesday night, a chance of snow showers before 8 p.m. Also areas of blowing snow before 8 p.m. It will be cloudy with a low in the 20s and wind gusts as high as 28 miles per hour. New snow accumulation of less than a half inch possible. Wednesday is mostly cloudy with a high in the 20s with wind gusts as high as 29 miles per hour. Wednesday night partly cloudy with a low in the teens. Thursday is mostly sunny with a high in the 30s. Thursday night a chance of snow showers after 2 a.m. mostly cloudy with a low in the 20s. Friday there's a chance of rain and snow showers, cloudy with a high in the 30s. And Friday night a chance of rain showers mixing with snow after 7 p.m. Then gradually ending, it will be mostly cloudy with a low in the 20s. There was a lot of local sports action over the weekend, and to get fully caught up, go to standardspeaker.com. Here are some quick notes. The Hazelton area wrestling team went 2-1 at a non-league meet at home, with Seth Hunsinger picking up his 100th career victory. The Hazelton area swimmers returned with victories after being off for a bit due to COVID-19 issues. The Hazelton area boys basketball team beat Pittston area, and the girls lost to Cumberland Valley. Finally, Monoy area scored a big Schuylkill League Division III girls basketball win over Nativity. The Lady Bears are now 6-0 in league play, and Nativity is 6-1. The two teams have one more meeting this season. Coming up next in the SSPTV Spotlight, a clip from the Sam Lassant Show about the expansion of Luzerne County Community College over the years. Plus, we have a preview of an all-new season of The Girls on SSPTV, and the latest summit reached for mountaineer Wayne Zahner was Mount Kilimanjaro, but his journey started in our area with the Sugarloaf Mountain. Stay tuned for his story in sports.
SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. David Haas of McAdoo, the Stanley Yanlowski Funeral Home, will announce their arrangements. Robert J. Kasaski, age 81 of Hazel Township, Mass will be held on Saturday at 10 a.m. at Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Parish at St. Anne's Church. Friends may call Saturday from 9:30 to 10 a.m. at the church. The McNulty Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And William M. Bill Spangenberg, age 82 of West Hazelton, the Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home, will announce their arrangements. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.